Well, that's a shame. I've woken up to persistent drizzle, I think we'd describe it as. But I'm going to head off towards Greece now anyway. The light shower that I left Sarandi in has intensified. It's now actually proper rain, but I'm on my way to the Greek border and I've sort of wrapped up with all the right gear. So I'm warm and dry, but it requires more concentration riding in the wet on a pothole road. Great view behind me. Shame you can't really see it. At last, the sun is showing signs of coming out and there's patches of blue sky. So I've just stopped here and had lunch in a bush shelter, which was very colourful. I'm staying at that hotel there, right next to this incredible rock formation. Rambling from Kalabaka in Greece. It's been quite a day. I set off from Albania this morning in rain, cue sound of waterfall. Came up over the mountains in more rain, dodging stray dogs, cattle on the road, potholes, puddles, the whole lot. Now I've been for a couple of beers, which has put everything right. Now I'm in search of food. Here we are again, stumbling through a small town, half pissed. I've just had a lovely meal of lamb chops, Greek salad, and half a litre of red wine. It was beautiful. It was 20 quid. Tomorrow's a big day, so I've got to get down to Piraeus to catch the ferry to Kos, which sails at 6 o'clock, whether I'm on it or not. This is most welcome. My hands are a bit cold. Well, I've arrived in Piraeus harbour and it was very, very straightforward. I did a bit of research and found I wanted gate E1. I'm there. I've just bought a ticket from the office behind me and I'm about to board that ferry over there, which will have me in Kos at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. I've got a cabin and everything. Hard to believe I'm on a ferry. I've just had a fantastic meal with a beautiful bottle of wine and I've got to head back to my cabin now because at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning I'll be in Kos and I've got to be wide awake. It's been a mixed morning here in Kos. Arrived first thing and then I've been checking out ferries over to Turkey and I knew there was nothing today, but there is one tomorrow. But unfortunately I can't take the motorbike on it. Passengers only. So I've checked and there is no way I can take the motorbike to Turkey from here till April. So I'm going to have to come up with a plan B, but it's all part of the adventure. Tonight's gastronomic experience is at Giamezzi, which I'm standing outside on the island of Kos. After a good night's sleep in the Hotel Catherine, I've worked out a plan B. I've come to terms with the fact I can't take the bike to Turkey, it's impossible. So I've abandoned it at the hotel and I'm going to buy a ticket for the catamaran to Bodrum and then come back again on Tuesday and then go and catch the ferry back to Athens and go back up through Greece, probably into Macedonia. I was most fortunate bumping into the Greek charity The Other Human, who was sending aid direct to the earthquake victims in eastern Turkey. I've joined this predominantly Turkish group of walkers, way up high at the top of the mountains, and I'm reassured that most of them are about my sort of age. So we should all be fairly equal, I hope.
Dolmuşlara kıracağız yollayacağım arkadaşlar. Çünkü ilametten sonra
ya o adamın sıkıntısı var, o kesin. O gayet net bir şey. Ama
It's stunning scenery. perfect weather, not too hot. We've seen wild tortoises on this walk already.
Ha, ben de alayım başka bir tane. Ya yarım saat daha dururuz.
Nasıl yapıyoruz şey?
Ya
Sonra mı?
sen niye balları alıp şöyle götürüyorsun?
Ne kadar ücret? 3 kişiliymiş abi.
By the time we got back to the bus, we had done about 8 miles of mixed terrain and were all pretty exhausted. The following morning I had time for my last Turkish breakfast before getting on the catamaran back to Kos.